Are you thinking about starting a new life in a different country and wondering if any places would support you financially to make this possible? Perhaps you're considering finding a life partner and settling down permanently. In this video, we'll talk about 7 countries that will pay you to marry their women and live there in 2024. Make sure to watch the video till the end, because we'll cover their lifestyle, visa, and residency requirements, cultural insights, background, and most importantly, how these countries can help you connect with your soulmate and begin a new chapter in your life. Let's get started. Number 7. Italy. Did you know that some areas in Italy are paying people to move there? For example, the region of Molise is offering grants of up to $25,000 to encourage people to live in its charming villages. In Sicily, the village of Sambuca is selling houses for just $1, as long as the buyers promise to fix them up. These incentives are meant to help these areas grow and become more lively. Family is really important in Italy, and many families live together in the same house for generations. Italian wedding traditions can be different depending on where you are, but they usually involve big parties and ceremonies. Italian culture is all about respecting traditions, sticking together with family, and being part of the community. If you're new to Italy, it's important to understand and fit into these customs. Italy has a really good quality of life, with great healthcare and schools. The public healthcare system covers a lot, and there are lots of different schools from little kids' schools to really good universities. If you want to move to Italy and marry an Italian citizen, you'll usually need a long-stay visa or a family reunification visa. After getting married, you can apply to become a resident, but you'll need to show that you have enough money and health insurance. After living in Italy for 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency, and after 10 years, you can apply for citizenship. If you're married to an Italian citizen, you can apply for citizenship after just 3 years. Number 6. Japan. Japan is experiencing a decrease in its population because not enough babies are being born, and more people are getting older. To try to fix this, the government is doing a few things to help people get married and start families. They are giving money to parents to help with raising children and offering financial support to couples who want to move to rural areas. These steps are meant to increase the population in less crowded areas and help young families. In the past, women in Japan were expected to take care of the household, but now society is starting to expect more equality between men and women. Japan has a good standard of living with great public services. Cities like Tokyo and Osaka have excellent roads, hospitals, and schools, but the cost of living is high. Rural areas are cheaper to live in and have a quieter lifestyle with strong community bonds. Public services like buses and healthcare work well and are available all over the country. In the countryside, people are close-knit and care a lot about local traditions and festivals. If a foreigner marries a Japanese person, they can get a special visa that lets them live and work in Japan. To apply, they need to show that they are married, have enough money, and want to stay in Japan. After living in Japan for 5 years, they can apply for permanent residency. There are also programs to help foreign spouses learn about Japanese culture and language. Number 5. South Korea. In South Korea, if you're married to a Korean citizen, you can apply for the F6 visa, which allows you to live in the country. To apply, you'll need to show your marriage certificate, prove that you can support yourself financially, and fill out a visa application form. After getting married, you can apply for residency, but you'll need to live in Korea for at least 2 years. If you want to become a Korean citizen, you'll need to show that you're a good person and know a bit about Korean culture and language.
South Korea is dealing with a low number of babies being born and a lot of older people. The government is trying to encourage people to get married and have families by offering money to newlyweds and helping with housing. The hope is that these programs will make it easier for young couples to start families and keep the population from shrinking.
South Korea is a pretty nice place to live, with good healthcare, schools, and job opportunities. The cost of living is different depending on where you are. It's more expensive in the capital, Seoul. The country has good public services, easy ways to get around, and lots of interesting things to do, which makes it a popular place for people from other countries to live. Number 4. New Zealand. New Zealand is looking to welcome new residents, especially in less crowded areas, to help with the declining population. Some regions are offering perks like help with housing and financial support to encourage couples to settle there. These efforts are meant to boost local economies and communities. If you're the spouse of a New Zealand citizen or resident, you can apply for the partner of a New Zealander resident visa to live in the country. You'll need to show that your relationship is genuine and stable, meet health and character requirements, and demonstrate financial stability. Once you have this visa, you can apply for residency, which could eventually lead to citizenship after living in the country for a few years. New Zealand is a multicultural society that combines Maori traditions with European, Pacific, and Asian cultures. Marriage customs can vary, but often include traditional Maori ceremonies and Western-style weddings. Family life emphasizes strong relationships and community involvement, with influences from Confucian values such as respect for elders and close family bonds. New Zealand offers a great standard of living, with good public health care, a strong education system, and plenty of job opportunities. The cost of living varies, with cities like Auckland and Wellington being more expensive than rural areas. Number 3. Portugal. Portugal is working hard to bring more people to its countryside, which has seen a drop in population. To attract new residents, the government offers all kinds of benefits like money, tax breaks, and help with housing. The goal is to get more families to move to areas where not many people live, so these places can grow and become stronger. Weddings in Portugal are full of tradition, mixing religious customs with local ways of doing things. The ceremonies often have traditional music, dancing, and a special feast called sopas that shows how important family is. Portuguese people care about their families and like to spend a lot of time together. If someone from another country is married to a Portuguese person, they can apply for a visa to live and work in Portugal. But they have to show that their relationship is stable, have enough money, and pass some checks. After living in Portugal for 5 years, they can apply to stay there forever and even become a citizen. Portugal is a great place to live, with a good quality of life and not too high costs compared to other countries in Western Europe. Number 2. Canada. Canada's spousal sponsorship program allows Canadian citizens and permanent residents to bring their spouse or common-law partner to live with them permanently. The process involves applying, showing that the relationship is genuine, and meeting financial requirements. Once approved, the sponsored spouse can live, work, and study in Canada. After 3 years, the spouse can apply for Canadian citizenship. To help rural areas with declining populations, some Canadian provinces offer incentives to attract new residents, such as money, tax breaks, and help finding jobs. Programs like the Atlantic Immigration Pilot and the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot aim to boost local economies by encouraging immigration through family sponsorship and other means. Family life in Canada focuses on including everyone and treating people equally, with strong support for integrating different cultures. Communities are friendly, making immigrants feel like they belong. The cost of living varies by region, with big cities like Toronto and Vancouver being more expensive than rural areas. Healthcare is paid for by the government, so everyone can get essential medical help. There are lots of good public and private schools and universities in Canada, and the country's diverse landscapes and outdoor activities make for a well-rounded and satisfying lifestyle. Number 1. Ireland. Ireland is also interested in having more people move to the country, especially to rural areas, because the population there has been getting smaller. Even though there isn't any money given directly to people who marry Irish citizens, the country is making plans and local activities to encourage immigrants to come, including those who marry Irish people. Irish wedding customs are full of tradition, with unique practices like hand fasting, claddagh rings, and traditional Irish music. Family values in Ireland focus on close relationships and strong community bonds. Extended families play a big role in social life, and communal gatherings are common, showing the importance of togetherness in Irish culture. The cost of living varies, with cities like Dublin being more expensive than rural areas. Healthcare is publicly funded and accessible to residents, and the education system offers quality education from primary through tertiary levels. To become a permanent resident in Ireland through marriage, you need to be married to an Irish citizen for at least 3 years and have lived in Ireland for a certain period. The process involves applying for residency and then citizenship after a few years. Typically, you'll need to show evidence of a genuine marriage and continuous residence in Ireland for a few years. With so many new opportunities opening up around the world, these are the countries that can help you find your perfect match and begin an exciting new phase of your life. Do let us know your thoughts in the comments. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thank you for watching.